Hey there, Braves fans. Kevin McAlpin here with you, your truest reporter for The Fan and the Atlanta Braves radio network, alongside my trusty co-host,
Max.
And we're getting you set for the final weekend of the regular season. Max, can you believe we're already at the final weekend of the regular season? Playoffs are right around the corner. This season has just flown by, hasn't it? Yeah, so we're getting you ready for the Braves and the Bo Sox. Of course, last time these two teams hooked up, the Braves swept Boston right out of their own ballpark at Fenway Park, and they'll look for the more of the same here tonight as Kyle Wright takes the mound at 7:10 p.m. Eastern. Braves came up just a little bit short in their quest of a four-game sweep of the Miami Marlins last night as they dropped the finale 4-2. It'll be the final time those two teams hook up, at least for the regular season. Those two teams may connect in the postseason. We'll see what happens. Braves currently the second spot in the National League. The Marlins are clinging on to the sixth spot in the National League. Of course, top 8 teams from both the American League and National League get into the postseason dance this year. We know the Braves have already punched their postseason ticket, winning their third consecutive division title. And like I said, they'll try to finish out this season on a high note and carry the momentum they've been had here the last couple of weeks right into October. Braves are 34-23 as they turn their attention to the Red Sox. Couple of quick notes from last night's ball game. Ian Anderson went 5 2/3 innings, gave up 3 runs. They were all unearned, though, as the Braves made 4 errors defensively last night. And how about these numbers for Ian Anderson? 6 strikeouts in last night's contest. Through his first 6 starts in the big leagues, 41 punch-outs. That is a new Braves franchise record in the modern era. He far and away surpassed Mike Minor, who previously held the record with 36 strikeouts through their first 6 career starts. So Ian Anderson entering the record books, 41 punch-outs through 6 starts, a new modern era Braves franchise record. He lowered his ERA in last night's outing to 1.95. Now, since the Braves moved to Atlanta, that was back in 1966, of course, only one other starter opened their career with 6 starts and a lower ERA. That was David Hale, as he posted a 1.83 ERA. Of course, the local product, David Hale, between 2013 and 2014. Ian Anderson, with last night's outing, became just the 7th pitcher in Atlanta franchise history to allow no more than 1 earned in 4 of their first 6 starts, joining Mike Soroka, Larry McWilliams, Pat Jarvis, Tommy Hanson, David Hale, and Randall Delgado. As I mentioned, the Braves didn't play clean baseball last night. They made 4 errors in last night's contest. 2 from Adenny Echeverria, who was starting at third base last night, Dansby Swanson and Ozzie Albies. Atlanta infielders had committed 4 combined errors in their previous 27 games. They made 4 in last night's contest alone, and their 11 combined errors in the infield were tied for the 3rd fewest in all of Major League Baseball. Dansby Swanson, he was pretty much all the offense for the Braves last night. That 2-run double in the 8th inning in last night's ballgame, that got the Braves back in it and cut the lead to 4-2, but that was as close as the Braves would get last night as they dropped the series finale. They now turn their attention to the Boston Red Sox, who come to town, and of course they'll give the ball to Kyle Wright here tonight in Game 1, and Kyle Wright has been the hot hand for the Braves from a pitching side of things, especially here lately. His last 2 outings have been flat-out dominant. Matter of fact, that outing against the Nationals last weekend is probably as good as we've ever seen Kyle Wright here at the big league level. So looking forward to seeing what he has in his final tune-up before the postseason rolls around. Of course, that'll be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday right here at Truist Park. The only thing that we're still trying to figure out, Max, is who in the world are the Braves going to face in the playoffs? Who do you think the Braves will face in the postseason?
The San Francisco Giants.
Well, that is a great guess, because right now, Max, if the playoffs started today, they would face the San Francisco Giants as the 7th seed in the National League. We know the Braves cannot get the 1. They can fall no lower to the 3, and all eyes will be on that out-of-town scoreboard this weekend to see how the final couple of spots shake out here in the National League playoff standings. Well, that'll do it for today's rundown. Of course, we expect to see the majority of the offense out there this weekend. Brian Snitker doesn't want to completely dial it back on anybody here. They want to keep this momentum going, and a couple of milestones to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on Freddie Freeman and Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna, it's going to take a miracle, but still in the running for a triple crown. And of course, both those guys very much alive in the MVP consideration. Everybody have a great Friday. Our coverage again starts at 5:55 p.m. Eastern with the Ford Leadoff Show. Buck, Ben, and Chris, and then Jim and Joe have the call. And then of course, yours truly with the Hyundai Postgame Show and Braves wrap up locally here in Atlanta. Everybody have a great Friday, and we'll talk to you tonight for the Braves and the Red Sox right here at Truist Park.
Bye-bye.